Have you ever felt embarrassed because someone saw you trying? Whether you're trying to learn a new skill, you're trying to level up in something, you're trying to catch up in school, anything that you're a beginner at or you're somewhat in the beginning stages of, and you're trying to get better consciously, but it feels so cringe and so weird to be seen or to be caught trying. It's so embarrassing for anyone to know, wow, she's trying so hard at this and she's not really good yet, but she's trying. And then there's this urge to play it cool or be nonchalant about it. You don't want anybody to know how many hours you're spending, because the hours you've put in doesn't really reflect how good you are yet. So we want it to look effortless, but we know it requires effort. We all want the results, but we don't want to be seen planting the seeds to get those results. And not wanting to be seen actually stops you from trying, because in your mind you go, if I do this, someone might see me, so it's better I don't do it at all. Or if you think someone is watching you, you stop doing it because you don't want to be seen. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't really matter, and I want to reframe the idea that trying is embarrassing or trying is not cool, or if you're a beginner in something, it's weird, it's cringe. Because let me tell you something, your faves on the internet, they try really hard. And if you don't want to be a tryhard, the opposite of being a tryhard is being disorganized, being unprepared, because guess what? You didn't try hard enough. So in this episode, I'm going to share some tips that would help you overcome the fear of being seen trying, so that we can actually live our best life, the one where we get all we want because we put in the effort. Hi everyone, it's Princess and you're watching or listening to Inspire That Podcast. I was talking to one of my friends earlier this week, and she was talking about how she started a new business and she was doing it low-key, just telling people, okay, she's doing this, if you're interested, you can patronize her, blah, 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 whatever. But then she realized that she actually has to post this on her WhatsApp in order to get more customers, and rightfully so, you have to expand at some point. But she felt so embarrassed because she was cringing so hard. And you know what, that's completely understandable. I'm not here to judge her or anything, because I was like, yes, even me too. I'll be worried and scared, people seeing me doing this. But I had to tell her, and I had to remind myself that if you want the shopping trips, you want the new clothes, you want the skincare, we need to be making the money somehow. We need to be putting in the work somehow. So if you are too scared to try, or if you are too embarrassed to try, but you want the results, is kind of an imbalance. There's such an imbalance in that. And don't get me wrong, I'm also still struggling with this, where I'm so shy to repost my podcast and say, hey, new podcast out, go watch, here's a link to the YouTube, here's a link to the Spotify. I still get embarrassed, and some weeks I don't even do that. I just post it and go ghost. But I have a question for you, which I had to ask myself. Do you ever look at someone trying for something, trying to get to where they want to be, and you go, that's so embarrassing, it could never be me? If you do, then you're the problem, not them, because they're just minding their business, trying hard, because at the end of the day, you have to try hard for the things that you want. And if you don't look at others trying, thinking it's embarrassing, then probably you admire them. You think, wow, this is so cool. And if you admire them, if you think it's cool, why not be someone you admire? Why not be a cool person? Because if you realize something is cool, someone else is doing it, this is a sign that you need to be doing it, because you have to be a cool person. You have to be someone you admire. You can't admire something and consciously avoid it in your own life. So just think to yourself, I admire when other people start new things. I admire when other people are brave. I admire when other people are confident. So why not be someone you admire? Reminding yourself that your faves online, they try really hard. They talk about the things that they are passionate about, because they are passionate about what they are passionate about. You will see an artist not reposting their music or not promoting their new music video. So we should take this as a sign. We should look at it and go, I want to be like my faves. You know what? I love my faves so much. So why not do exactly what they are doing? Why not become so passionate and be obsessed with your business or with the new thing that you're doing? So realizing this made a mindset shift to me. And I noticed one of my favorite YouTubers, at the beginning of her every video, she promotes her business, because who cares? It's her video. She can say whatever she wants to say. She can promote whatever she wants to promote. Anytime I go to her IG stories, it's always a new video is out or a new sale. And if you think, okay, well, I'm scared to do this because I'm scared of failing if I promote something too much and then it doesn't work out, guess what? She also failed publicly because she was promoting a business and it just never took off. Her personal business, it just failed. She started another one. So if you realize that you admire these things, these kind of things move you, This is your sign to become someone you admire. If there is nothing else you get from this video, at least get this. Whenever you notice something admirable in others, it is your sign to embody them. And if you're so embarrassed of failing and people will see you, just think about it. Who cares? Is it the people you haven't spoken to in years that you're so scared of failing in front of? Or is it your friends and family? Your friends and family would completely understand that this is difficult and something bad happened. They're not going to mock you for it. If it's time to reevaluate. So is it strangers that don't care about you, that are not going about their day thinking of you? You literally have no meaning to them, that you're so scared and you want to please them so bad, and that would hinder you from trying in something that you want. It doesn't really align. And sometimes it's not even strangers that are making us feel embarrassed. It's ourselves. We are constantly judging ourselves for being so bad at something, because everything that you're doing at first is going to be so bad, it's going to flop, it's going to be cringe. I literally have some videos where it's like 3 views and I've just accepted it because I'm still at the beginning stages. What am I expecting? I'm not expecting 1,000 views or hundreds of likes just at the beginning. When you accept that you're going to be bad at first, it kind of frees your mind and it frees your energy. Just because you're bad at something doesn't mean that it should be hidden. Yes, you can accept that you're bad at it. There's no hate there. There's no cringe there. No one was born with infinite knowledge on how to do things. Everyone has to learn it at some point. So if you're in the learning stages or if you're in the growing stages, it doesn't mean that it should be hidden. It doesn't mean that no one should see you. One thing I've noticed online is people actually like to follow on the journey of becoming or in the journey of growing. Like, they like to hear people's backstories because everyone resonates with it. No matter the point you are in your life, you know that you're growing, you know that you're working towards something. So just know that because you're trying at something, because you're not perfect yet or you're not good enough yet, it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It doesn't mean that it should be hidden. It doesn't mean that it's embarrassing. It's normal. Everyone literally faces this. And I just want to let you know that there's no reward for being nonchalant. There's no reward for hiding your skills or hiding. There's no reward for hiding. Because if you're hidden, no one can see you and there's no outcome of that. Trying and failing isn't embarrassing because now you know what doesn't work. So you have other options to choose from. What is actually embarrassing is choosing to stay in the same spot year after year, month after month. Because whether you like it or not, you're growing. When a new year hits, you're getting older. So what are you doing with all this time? If you're choosing to sit with embarrassment and you're choosing to not put in any work because, oh, it's embarrassing. And what's even more embarrassing is laughing at others for trying too hard. Like, that is at the top of the list. Because I truly believe that if you're a very judgmental person, you also feel judged. So once you stop judging other people, you also let go of judgment from others. I remember growing up, I used to be so judgmental. I know everyone is judgmental. I'm still judgmental, and I'll talk about that in a different episode. We all have to be judgmental. But I'm talking of being judgmental in a bad way. And this would always hold me back from doing anything because I'm always thinking, what would they say? And why I'm thinking, what would they say, is because I had a lot to say about other people. So when you don't have a lot to say about other people, me right now, because I don't really have a lot to say on others, the thought of what other people have to say about me doesn't really cross my mind or doesn't really bother me. And if I know, okay, yeah, this person is talking about me, I'm like, don't worry, because their words are not doing me harm. It's doing them harm. Since they're putting out so much judgment into the air, they're going to internalize all those things and it's going to hold them back. So it's not my problem to deal with, it's their problem. So that's actually the first thing in letting go of judgment. Know that when other people are judging you, it's their problem. It's going to tell on them. It doesn't affect you. Their words have no power over you except for the power that you give them. And sometimes we think too much of ourselves, which is completely normal. But we also have to realize that no one is going around thinking much of you the way you're thinking much of yourself. If you're waking up and sleeping thinking about this new business that you're starting, the next person, the stranger on your Instagram story, isn't waking up, sleeping, thinking about the business that you want to start. If you reposted your business, the person on your story isn't thinking about how you reposted it and how it's so embarrassing and how it's so cringe, because they have their own issues to deal with. And if you're listening to me and you're thinking, you know what, they are thinking of me like that, then just block them. Then just remove them from your life. You don't need to keep people in your life who are constantly judging you, who are constantly making you feel less of yourself. Stop pretending like you don't have free will. Block them, delete them, remove them, so that you can live your life the way you choose, because you only have one life. I saw a trend where it was like, maybe in my next life I'll do this. But it's like, no, you only have one. Stop thinking, maybe in my next life I'll be this person, or, oh, in my next life I'll try and be this. I don't know if there's a next life. We don't know for sure. What we know for sure is that there is this one life, and we're going to live this one life the best way that we can. And this may sound cocky, but someone doing better than you would never mock you for trying to be somewhere, because they have been there and they have done that. They know how difficult it is. It's someone that doesn't know the half of it that would have the audacity to mock you. So don't care about people that are doing less than you. And also, if you won't take advice from someone, also don't take criticism from them. And why we may not want to be seen at the beginning, because if we are somewhat successful at something, we want everyone to see. We'll be posting about it, we'll be talking about it. Because we're not good enough yet, we may not want others to see. But let me tell you something. The people that we celebrate, the people that we think, oh my God, they're such a natural or they're so gifted, rarely is that. It's rarely she's so gifted or she's such an overnight success. Most of the time it's years of hard work that no one was noticing. Years of hard work, years of practicing, years of putting in the work, and then boom, she's an overnight success. I was reading an article on where no one is really an overnight success. No one will tell you, wow, I just started today and then I woke up the next morning, everything is so good and so soft, I'm successful. It's rarely ever that. So don't fall in love with people's results if you don't want to hear the process. So stop thinking some people are just gifted, they just have it easy. Okay, some people may have it easier than you, but putting that in your head is not going to help you, or it's not going to move you forward. What you should focus on is how you can get it. What you should focus on is how privileged you are. Because trust me, while there are people that have it better than you, there are also people that have it worse than you. So it goes both ways, really. You can choose to focus on other people have it more than me, it's so unfair, I'm not going to try because other people have it more than me. Or you can choose to focus on, well, I may not have everything, but I have something and I'm going to start with what I have. Always try to view failure as a learning opportunity. Don't say, oh my God, I might fail. Just say, okay, it's either I win or I know this doesn't work. It's as easy as that. And I saw something that was such a wake-up call. It was, I have failed more than unsuccessful people have attempted. And I went, So essentially it was saying, I have tried and tried and tried so hard. And in between those trying, there have been some failures. Unsuccessful people will be so scared to even try because of these failures. But I've failed more than they have even tried. And that's why I'm so successful. But they are unsuccessful because they haven't even tried at all. And I'm like, I don't want to be on the other end of not trying because I'm scared of failing. The next one is, if you consistently put in effort in something, you're more likely to get to where you're going than if you're trying to be nonchalant and you put in efforts today and tomorrow you're hiding, you don't want to be seen. So why ruin your chances, or why lower your chances of getting to the dream life that you want? Why? Is them seeing you bigger than what you want to achieve? People's judgments, people's words, are they bigger than your goals? Are they bigger than your dreams? And what we should know is that for every person judging you, there's someone else who is cheering you on, or if not two people who are secretly supporting you. And the people judging are usually the loudest because they're just projecting. I always say they want you to join them. They want you to join their club of not trying hard and just being lazy. They are so threatened by other people actually stepping out of their comfort zone. So they try to stop you. They try to hold you back with their words and with their judgments because they don't want to be left behind. They need crowd because they will even call their other judgmental friends just to judge you. Nobody likes to be alone, even if it means that they're going to be left behind. And the best way to just quiet the noise of being seen and being cringe is just to surround yourself with other tryhards. If you know that people around you are also putting in the effort, you're going to feel inspired by that and you're going to feel motivated, and you'll even be more committed to your own journey because you're surrounded by all these people. Since we all know that we are the average of the people we surround ourselves with, if you surround yourself by people who are not scared to be loud about their goals and be loud about their passions, you're also going to be someone who is not scared to be loud about your goals and to be loud about your passions. And in summary, if someone tells you you're trying too hard, you'll tell them that they're not trying hard enough. If you're trying, keep going, and welcome to the Try Hard Club, where we are not ashamed of being a beginner, where we try out loud, where we don't let our failures define us, where we keep going even when things are uncertain, because delusional confidence is where we are at. So please don't be embarrassed of being seen trying, because I promise you no one cares that much, and I promise you every single time you try hard, you're adding a block to that dream life that you're building. So please don't hide. And if there are no tryhards around you can listen to this podcast, because I am such a tryhard, even though sometimes I'm shy about it. But this is my sign, this is your sign to not be shy about it. Your favorites on the internet, they try so hard. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, please leave a like, a comment. If you're not subscribed, why? Can't you see me trying hard enough? Please subscribe. And I'll see you in my next week's episode.